Time out is Kel, Cito, the spirit coach, getting you in motherfucking shape and form for the new age of Aquarius yet again. And thank you for joining the Esoteric Huddle. We're talking about Mars in motherfucking Virgo, and this is passions working. Okay? That's what you need to know. If you lazy right now, Mars gonna give you the passion to make your shit work, your lazy shit work. Okay? If you motivated right now, Mars is gonna give you the passion to make your motivated shit work. Okay? And so, if you got your Mars in a different energy, you know what I'm saying, in one of the houses, you got to know how this motherfucker is hitting your Mars and shit like that. Let's say you got Mars in fucking Pisces. You know what I'm saying? The way you gonna go about your motherfucking shit is mutable water, being mutable to your own and other ways of feeling and shit like that. So you might motherfucking need to have to fill it out a little bit, and that might not necessarily work and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? AKA, you know, being passionate about your emotions, trying to emotionally connect this shit right now. It ain't about emotions and shit like that. It's about being practical. It's about motherfucking what's real, what's physical and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ish Marie 555 for joining the Esoteric Huddle. Shout out to her, the creatrix, for joining the Esoteric Huddle. But yeah, it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it ain't about motherfucking your emotions, your motherfucking feelings. It ain't about, you know, how you seeing and feeling shit. It ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Esco for joining the Esoteric Huddle. It ain't about that. It's about you motherfucking just being motherfucking who you are. Now you got to be who you are. Now, anytime we got a lot of planets and earth modalities and shit like that, motherfucker, it is what it is. Proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the physical and shit like that. And the only thing you have to use is your motherfucking physical body to be for footing and shit like that. And so when Mars is in Virgo, your passion's working. Okay? And so you got to add your energy on so your shit can work. Because you want your shit to work, right? It don't work when your ass laying on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody got their processes of how they do things and shit like that. But at the end of the day, if you ain't getting up off your motherfucking feet and making some shit happen, you know what I'm saying? You ain't making some shit happen with your motherfucking shit. That shit ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna work, motherfucker. So your passion should be working for you right now. All your motherfucking passions. You should use your passions as a bitch right now. You feel me? Let's get to this shit. Let me get to this shit. We're going to cover the motherfucking actual alignment right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now we got Moon in Virgo too. And we got the motherfucking Sun in Leo. Okay? So this is seeing all your motherfucking insecurities. So right now, you damn near got Mercury on the cusp of Virgo. You know what I'm saying? You got Mars in Virgo. Okay? You got Venus in Virgo. Okay? So you got the Moon in Virgo. Okay? And now what is the Moon? The Moon is our emotions. How we connect. You know what I'm saying? Our reactions and responses. So motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be connecting to our motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be connecting to what works. You know what I'm saying? What makes sense. You know what I'm saying? What's stable. Mutable earth. Being mutable to your own and other ways of being practical. Okay? Gaining security. And also ways of thinking and internalizing that. You know what I'm saying? AKA 6th house. Nervous system. Moon in the 6th house. So you're going to be motherfucking either nervous about some shit. Nervous about making your shit work. Or you're going to make that shit work. All right? So when you got the Moon in Virgo, Sun in Leo, this is seeing your insecurities right now. So you will act first, check later. I know y'all be doing this. So you might express something and make you question or analyze yourself and make you contemplate for the next, well, we kind of almost out. I actually posted this shit like, I think a day ago. But yeah, did you say what you say or no? Is you feeling who you are or no? You know what I'm saying? So it's time to connect to what works for you, motherfucker. It ain't you know what I'm saying? Now we are mutable to other security and shit like that, but you know, if we gaining other perspectives and shit like that, we analyzing that shit because that's what we connected to. That's where the Moon is at. And how it looks, you know what I'm saying? It looks either explosive, where the Sun is at in Leo, it looks out of your motherfucking hands, or you either doing some shit with that motherfucking shit. And it ain't easy because this is shit we gotta make. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make ourselves passionate Ain't nobody gonna come and hand you shit in life. You gotta make shit work. You know what I'm saying? Now we be using a lot of shit as crutches sometimes, and there ain't nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to your individuality and you working with the fucking planets and shit like that, and learning how to motherfucking put your individuality out, that's when it comes to astrology. And so, you know what I'm saying? Get into it with the soul group and all of us, because we out here and we making shit work. Now, shout out to my boy Raven Star. Shout out to Moselle. Shout out to Can You Read? All y'all in the esoteric huddle. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get back into this motherfucking these alignments right now. My bad, I gotta get this book. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right? So don't play yourself. Your passions is working right now. And if they ain't working for you in some way, shape, or form, you playing yourself. Okay? You playing yourself. Okay? Because you got all the support you need. You know what I'm saying? You got all the support you need. Don't play yourself. Make motherfucking passion. And I know that might be, you know what I'm saying? But it all depends on your awareness as a spirit. If you're aware of the bullshit that you don't want, you know what I'm saying? Or the nothingness or the naked space your spirit is in, then motherfucker, you got to be aware of something else. AKA not with your two eyes, motherfucker. Close them bitches. Whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying? And see that shit. That's intention. That's what Mars represents. Intention, desire, willpower. Okay? That's the train we on. You know what I'm saying? I got to get up every day and remind myself I'm seated to the spirit coach. I don't just get up like this, motherfucker. I'm making this shit through thick and thin, because that's what real spirits do. And we do that as a unit and shit like that. Motherfucker, we can't be stopped. All right? I'm sick and mad that it's not allowed anymore. What you talking about, bro? Celestial Being 444, thank you for joining the Esoteric Huddle. All right, let's get to these alignments, all right? So, yeah. Moon conjunct Mars is feeling aggressive. Okay, so you might feel aggressive to the point where, shit, you gonna feel some type of aggression. You know what I'm saying? We had the Moon conjunct Mars. I don't know if it's still conjuncting straight on, but we had that motherfucking situation. And so the aggression you're gonna feel, either you're gonna feel like a bitch and you're gonna look at the aggression as something you don't need to participate in, where you can actually use that alignment for you, or you gonna look at it like something you can actually use to get in your passion. He said, I woke up angry. I already know, bro. You got that Aries energy. You know what I'm saying? I gotta jump into that shit, like, for real, because I'm all air and earth and shit like that. Only thing I got I got water placement in Scorpio. That's the only thing I got. Other than that, I'm all air and earth and shit like that. So yeah, I'll be having to get myself out of bitch movements. You know what I'm saying? Or just passive movement. Shout out to Real Shamari for joining Esoteric Huddle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Like I said, Moon conjunct Mars is feeling aggressive. Okay, so you might have aggressive feelings or whatever, or you might feel like you're doing too much, shit like that. So you could feel like you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Based on a certain reactions, or just based on having a certain feeling. You might feel like you're doing too much based on having a certain feeling, and this feeling ain't you and shit like that. And it's in Virgo, so you don't want to question that. Okay, you don't want to really question your feelings. Experience your feelings. All right, and then know that's not you and shit like that. And once you know your feelings is not you and shit like that, you can sit in the chair of the director and shit like that, and actually kind of come up with a mathematical equation on how to equate where the fuck you want to feel towards. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Mars is about intention. Okay, but you're gonna have a misunderstanding between your feelings and your motherfucking aggressions and passions. Moon conjunct Venus, you might be misunderstanding also what you need to value at the moment. Okay, so you might misunderstand what you need to value, or how to relate, or how to come off relatable and shit like that. Everybody, like I said, everybody in working mode. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in working mode. Everybody in, you know what I'm saying, sixth house mode. So you know what I'm saying? We all trying to uphold some type of I know y'all know what I'm saying. Yeah, we all trying to uphold some type of work, some type of responsibility that we have with ourselves. Depending on where you got this at, that's what you will be trying to uphold in some way, shape, or form. Moon in conjunct Jupiter, this is misunderstanding faith and morality. Okay, faith, what is that? You know what I'm saying? You might feel like, what is that? I felt like that for the beginning of the day and shit like that, but I'm like, no, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's when you get washed up out of energies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get washed up out of energies. I had to hop out of that. But you know what I'm saying? Getting up and getting into your faith and shit like that. But it's going to be a misunderstanding with your faith and the moon right now. Moon in conjunct Saturn. So you might misunderstand reality right now. Okay? You might be like, what the fuck is niggas talking about? You know what I'm saying? I saw Dolo upload a video about Cassidy and motherfucking Tory Lanez and shit. I didn't even watch that shit, but I'm like, I feel it though. It's like, what the fuck is niggas talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is, you know, what is we even doing? What is we even doing here? Like Jadakiss said. You know what I'm saying? What is we even doing here? Like, what is niggas doing? You know what I'm saying? So you might misunderstand how to connect to reality at the moment and shit like that. All right. Then you got Moon trine Uranus. This is feeling change. Okay. So you got the gift to feel change. You got the gift to feel change. Okay. You got the gift to have a spark. You know what I'm saying? We got a grand trine too with Pluto and shit. So you're going to have a harmonious movement between your motherfucking feelings, your individuality and shit like that. And also, you know what I'm saying, you putting depth to a feeling or some shit like that, or it's just a trine and shit like that. So that's where you're gonna have that motherfucking harmonious energy. Moon opposed Neptune, this is feeling opposite to dreams. So we probably was feeling opposite to our dreams and shit like that. We didn't even know what our dreams was. You know what I'm saying? Through this little period and shit like that. We was like, damn, what the fuck? What is, you know what I'm saying? World changing and shit. Okay, so like I said, you got that opportunity to feel the change and shit like that, and you got the opportunity to feel comfortable with the death. You got the gift. I'm sorry, I'm saying opportunity is a gift. It's a trine. So you got the gift to feel comfortable with death and change and shit like that. So yeah, we was feeling comfortable with that shit, but what does that shit all mean? Especially when we feel the opposite to our dreams. You know what I'm saying? Moon opposed Neptune. Okay? And so right now, shit, you got to connect to your individuality and shit, and also take power and control over that shit. You know what I'm saying? I battle the sun every day and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm Aquarius. I'm Aquarius, sun and moon. You know what I'm saying? So even hopping on here and shit like that, I don't even like doing this shit because it's like, I don't know, it just feels opposite to my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like being like expressing myself on a platform and shit like that. And like, you know what I'm saying, and being looked at a certain way, you know what I'm saying, aka people seeing my individuality and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, but it feels like I'm fighting the sun right now, you know what I'm saying. That's just my opposite energy and shit like that. But yeah, get into motherfucking the main event. The main event. All right, let me grab this joint, you know what I'm saying. And where we're going to talk about Mars and Virgo. Shout out to all y'all homies. I love all y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love all y'all. I love all y'all. I love all y'all. For real. For real. Much love. Big love. Big love. Bless up. Bless up. Okay? All right. Let's get to it. Passion's working. All right? So Mars will add birth intention. Okay? Desire transformation to the 6th house. Okay? Work, 6th house, Virgo, work, what works, schedule, routine, health issues, okay? Be immutable and adaptable to your own and other ways of thinking and being practical, okay? So this is passions working, okay? Mars here is going to bring desire to make something work, okay? So it's either you're going to be in the desire end of it, you know what I'm saying, where it's just a desire and you flunked out about it. You know what I'm saying? You just want that shit to work, or you're going to be in the thick of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BIP for joining the Esoteric Huddle. So you're going to be in the thick of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Or you're going to be either desiring for it to work. You know what I'm saying? So where you want to be? You know what I'm saying? Where you want to be? You want to create a passionate insecurity? You know what I'm saying? Or you want to create something You want to use that shit for whatever the fuck you want to use it for. All right. So, and if it doesn't work in some practical way, you know what I'm saying? In some practical way, aka, you know what I'm saying? This is, you might feel like your passion's not worth doing and shit like that, because it got to make sense and shit like that. And it's going to make sense because Mars going to make it work. Make sense. Mars make it make sense in Virgo. And Virgo, y'all know what it is. Shout out to all the Virgos out there, you know what I'm saying? We about to enter y'all season, but we still in Leo season, so shout out to all the Leos as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil Bro, he a Leo, he was just up in here for show. Real Shamari, that's Lil Bro. And shit like that. Yeah, but let's get to these houses. So y'all, hopefully y'all know y'all houses. I know some of y'all do and shit like that, but if you didn't, you know what I'm saying? I know some people that watch me be into astrology, and I know some people who watch me don't be into astrology. So if you don't know what the fuck I do, let me tell you what I do, okay? When I do this house run and shit like that, which I do the motherfucking, the houses is your area of life, okay? So we all got 12 areas of life, all right? I'm not going to break that down right now, but later I might do a video, but you got first. I'm gonna do a couple. Let me just fuck around. First house. That's your personal life. You know what I'm saying? Ruled by Aries and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Aries is the first house. I'm just saying ruled by Aries, but Aries came from the first house. Okay, so that's your personal life. Second house, that's your values. That's what you value. That's people, places, and things you value. Third house, that's your surroundings and your communication. Fourth house, that's what you care about. That's your heart space. You know what I'm saying? That could be family issues, domestic issues. You know what I'm saying? Fifth house is your expression, your creative energies. Sixth house is what we talking about now, Virgo, what works. You know what I'm saying? What you got on schedule, what you got on routine. Seventh house is your relationships. You know what I'm saying? How you relate in general among, on a one-on-one basis. You know what I'm saying? And eighth house is your desires. You know what I'm saying? Long-term motivation, deep desires. Ninth house, that's you coming out of that desire with a motherfucking, with enlightenment, wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Experience, and now you can give it meanings and reasons. 10th house is your status, making a position, and broadcasting something so you can have a business and have business to actually have something to be secure and stand on. 11th house, that's your associations. That's how you associate yourself as an individual amongst the public. 12th house is your dreams and imagination, and being mutable to your own and other ways of feeling and shit like that. And then you just do that all again and shit like that. So when you got the 12 houses, that's what this shit was made off of. This is just the sun travel. That's why we talk about the hours. So right now we in the motherfucking fifth hour, Horus, in the fifth house. That's where the sun is at. That's where the sun is at. Shout out to Deeper Senses. Shout out to Authentic in this motherfucker. Shout out to motherfucking yeah. Shout out to everybody in this motherfucker. All right, let's get to these houses though. So know your houses. So, you know what I'm saying? You can go to motherfucking Cafe Astrology, whatever the fuck you got. Get your chart, go to your houses, because look, this is what I do. Like, this is what I like. You know what I'm saying? I like to see what's happening in my fucking real life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to look for what the fuck is happening in my real life, because shit. I mean, only a person that would want to do that is a motherfucker that either wants to have some type of fucking control over his life from being fucked up about life. You know what I'm saying? If somebody want to do it the real way, shout out to Via Pretty Deeds in this motherfucker. Yeah. So, you know, so you know, you want to know what's going on in your life and shit like that. And so that's why I feel like the houses are important and shit like that. And then I just do the zodiac sign with the sun and shit and shit like that. So know your houses, because them your hoes. You got 12 hoes. All right, 12 hoes. Let's get to it. Mars in the first house. Okay, this is over analyzing. So if you got Virgo in the first house, so that means you're a Virgo ascendant. Okay. Participating in your own life. Shout out to BIP, BI Pizzle, BI Pizzle. Okay. We very important. You feel me? Very important people. Very important people. I don't even know if that's what that stands for. First house. This is over analyzing personal interest. Okay? So if you got Virgo and Mars coming through your first house, you could be over analyzing your personal interests. Okay? So whatever your personal interests are, or how you personally express yourself, is going to bring, and with Mars being there, is going to bring new intentions, new passions on how you personally come off, and you want to personally come off secure. Okay? So you might start to develop visions on why you personally don't make sense. Okay? On the negative end, because Virgo don't like being in the first house, because it can cause you to overanalyze and measure your fucking personality and shit like that, make you become hardened and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So just be careful of that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be overanalyzing your personal interests. Second house. This is new values to maintain. So you got some new values to maintain, baby. Okay, Mars is going to bring all this new desire and attention in your second house. Okay, this is like biting off more than you can chew type of energy. All right, you might even think you can handle a lot more problems than you necessarily need to and shit. All right, so just don't let it turn into the eighth house and shit like that, because that's the opposite energy. So anytime it's too much, you know what I'm saying, it can spill over to the 8th house, and now you know what I'm saying, you valuing too much desire and shit and shit like that. And now you motherfucking paying for a city girl staycation and shit like that, and your wife at the crib and shit like that. You can let the desire get the best of you. Okay. You let the desire get the best of you. All right, third house. This is overthinking what makes you safe. And secure in your surroundings. All right. So if you got this here, you probably already an introvert. You know what I'm saying? If you got Virgo in the third house, but Mars here, you know what I'm saying? With Mars here, you might be extra clingy to what's familiar, and you might be scared to let these things go. But Mars is going to put fire under your ass to transform that shit in some way. So you know what I'm saying? And now, like I said, over whatever makes you secure in your surroundings, that could be a person, place, or thing, or something that's familiar and shit like that. You're going to have to learn to kind of let that go a little bit. All right? You're going to have to kind of learn how to let whatever's secure, but it's not necessarily letting go. It's just going through a transformation. And that transformation might look scary. It might look scary, Harry. All right? So don't be scared. Don't be scared. Be a part of the transformation agent. You feel me? All right, 4th house. This is new ways to feel emotionally secure. Okay, so Mars don't like being in the 4th house because it falls here. Okay, so what you care about is family. He said, I gotta leave my mama's house ASAP. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I don't know why you say that. What's going on with your mama? Shout out to your OG. But yeah, 4th house. This is new ways to feel emotionally secure. Okay, so Mars don't like being in the 4th house. It falls there, okay? And you might want to express it, but you might develop passive energies. Like these people might not understand you or some way, shape, or form. Oh, okay, so shout out to you guys. You got it in the 3rd house, so you just who I was talking about. Okay, so yeah. So, yeah, so you might you might be going through a transformation, and Mars is going to bring uncomfortability energy, where it's going to force you into like some type of energy where you got to kind of prove who you are or how you secure and shit like that. And you might feel obligated to show somebody you ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Raven Star. He said, "Thank you, Coach. I'm realigned." That's what the fuck it's about. You know what I'm saying? We all getting in shape and form in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Left Field Comedy for joining the motherfucking Esoteric Huddle. Yes, I'm moving from the area I've lived forever. Mars in the 3rd. Oh, that's what's up. Motherfuckers is in this bitch. Shout out Carlo Rossi sipping for joining the Esoteric Huddle. We in this bitch. We in this bitch together. We all in it together. On Broden. On Broden. We all in this bitch together. All right. But yeah, like I said, 4th house. If you got Mars going through the 4th house, aka you got Virgo in the 4th house with Mars going through that motherfucker. Okay. Mars don't like being in the 4th house. Okay, it falls there. So what you care about, aka family, home, what you care about, your 4th house, what's close to your motherfucking heart, what makes you emotionally secure is going through a transformation, aka Mars is there. So it's new ideas, new intentions, and shit like that. So what's secure ain't gonna feel secure. Shit might hit the fan in your 4th house. Okay? Okay? All right, so shit might hit the fan. It's gonna bring some type of uncomfortable energy where it's gonna force you to be secure in some type of way. That could be, you know what I'm saying? But you just gotta chalk it up and find some type of security. Now there's an opportunity there because Mars sextile, not Mars, Cancer sextiles Virgo and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you might feel obligated to show, you know what I'm saying, yourself or someone else you're not a bitch. And that's for positive or negative. Positive or negative. All right? Moving on. 5th house. Giving birth to secure expressions. Okay? So you might feel like you have to say something when you don't. You know what I'm saying? If you got Virgo in the 5th house. And you might want to express it. But you might develop passive energies like, these people not... wait. Am I reading this right? Oh, yeah. All these people around me not going to understand me. In turn, that makes you either insecure about what you entertain, which is your 5th house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you entertain, like I said, that's your expression. I bet that's Leo, how you want to what the fuck is at the stage and shit like that. Being fixated on your own ideas. So you might develop be insecure about what the fuck you entertain because the 6th house come after the fucking 5th house and shit like that. And so you know, areas of where Virgo don't like being in the 5th house, you know, so don't be overly insecure about what you entertain and shit like that. But yeah, in turn, like I said, in turns it makes you either insecure about what you entertain or finding some type of ground basis on what you want to make sense out of when it comes to your expressions or entertainment. In the 5th house, okay? Shout out to y'all. Everybody that got Virgo in the 5th house. 6th house, this is transformative situations at work. Okay? Transformative situations at work, okay? Your work situation is going through a transformation if you got Virgo in the 6th house. Your work situation is, if you got Virgo in the 6th house, Virgo like being in the 6th house, but Mars don't like being in the 6th house. So you might have transformations at your job. You might feel like you want to quit your fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Your work situation is going through a transformation, okay? You might not even know what's going on at your job or shit like that. You might feel like shit, you know what I'm saying? You might not even know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Other people might be quitting and shit like that. All type of shit, all type of crazy shit going on at your job. Or you might not even know what you passionate about working on and shit like that. But remember, I said, you gotta fucking make shit work. And if you got fucking Virgo in the 6th house, you gotta be the example on motherfucking how shit supposed to work in general. So you need to put fire under your own ass and shit like that because Virgo in the fucking 6th house, you know what I'm saying? Mars there, you know, that's what we experience. Okay, so you could fall off, or you can be the example of someone that's pushing. You can be the example of someone that's pushing through. So shout out to everybody that got Virgo in the 6th house. 7th house. Sorry, y'all. 7th house, 7th heaven. Okay, this is valuing separate intentions in relationships. Okay, so Mars is going to force your relationship to go through a transformation. Okay, and it's energy. It's an energy where you might be in a relationship, but Mars don't like being in the 7th house because Mars is ruled by Aries. Aries is the opposite house. Okay. So it plays out like opposite energy, okay? And whatever Mars in Virgo in your 7th house is going to play out like, it's going to play out like you having to have more patience with your relationship, or you're going to either be impatient with your relationship. So try not to get into too many arguments if you got motherfucking Virgo in the 7th house, because y'all just go naturally kind of be into different modes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Your partner might be working on what they working on. You might be passionately invested in what you might be working on. But y'all still gonna have to do that in a relationship. And then y'all relationship might look like y'all relationship might look like y'all want more out of the relationship, aka Mars being there, bringing more desire, bringing more motherfucking passion, individualism to your motherfucking relationship. All right, 8th house. This is motivated for your desires to work. Okay, Mars likes being here. It likes being in the 8th house. All right, it's going to bring fresh desires in the 8th house. What's behind the scene, what's hidden, what's caught, what's a cult. You know what I'm saying? What's long term. You know what I'm saying? That long suffering energy, that desire, that motherfucking shit that wake you up in the morning. Okay, so depending on how deep you're in and dark you are in that house, you know what I'm saying, because Mars like being there, so it does transformation well, but you know what I'm saying, it's sextile with motherfucking Virgo. So it's going to be determined on how well you can make your desires work. So you in the area of the desires, and you got to make that shit work in some way, shape, or form. Shout out to Ted Premilis in the motherfucking esoteric huddle. You know what I'm saying, huddle together like a motherfucking family. All right. Yeah, but so if you got Virgo in the 8th house with Mars going there, you know what I'm saying, this is you gonna be motivated to make your desires work and shit like that, and making something that's in the 8th house where your fucking dick or pussy be at, you know what I'm saying, that Mars being there, you know what I'm saying, making that shit work. That shit right there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That could be, you know what I'm saying, that could be like some occult shit, you know what I'm saying? That could be like some secret shit you don't want nothing to work. So you kind of motherfucking gotta kind of play the manipulative energies a little bit, but you can either do that in a positive way or you can do that in a negative way. In a positive way, you know what I'm saying, you can bring shit to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? You can communicate that shit and be like, hey, this is what I'm into, so this is what I'm into. And then on the negative end of that shit, you know what I'm saying, you be trying to motherfucking finesse your motherfucking secrecies and be on some weirdo shit. And you don't want to be on no weirdo shit in the 8th house. You don't want to be on no weirdo shit. All right, moving on, shall we? 9th house, this is birthing a new way to see your experiences in education. So if you got Virgo in the 9th house with Mars coming in, Mars being there, all right, birthing a new way to see your experiences or education. Okay, so you got a whole new way to see your faith. Okay, is previous faiths working or not? Okay, is new faith making sense or not? Okay, so it can cause a frustration because it's a square, aka here come Mars and Virgo in your 9th house, making you learn about why a certain faith might feel stupid and shit. And faith ain't really based on logic and shit like that. Faith is based on faith and shit like that. Shit not making sense. You gotta go through some experiences and to know nothing to have a certain faith and develop faith and shit like that. But Virgo being there with Mars going there gonna make you extra question your security, extra question, is this shit on? Is this shit working? You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit play out. 11th house, okay? If you got Mars going through your 11th house, this is desiring to associate yourself amongst others, okay? So watch what you communicate if you got a Virgo in the 11th house, because what you might communicate right here, all right, you might say something pretty much to the point where you might just be talking and shit like that. You might be in the 11th house trying to associate yourself and shit like that, and motherfucker taking what you said, and you motherfucker taking what you said and all on your ass now and shit like that, to the point where they might think like, you know what I'm saying, you giving them like just like somebody doing it like this. So okay, you said, man, I just got this new car, man, I'm gonna be whipping all over the city, folk. I'm gonna be whipping all over the city, folk, and shit, I'm gonna be up early or whatever. And what that person heard you said was, yo, I'm trying to get a ride. I can pick you up in the morning, bro. We could be all around the city, you know what I'm saying? So watch what you communicate. You know what I'm saying? If you got they heard you say, hey, I'm finna pick you up in the morning, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got the bag. I mean, you about to, you know what I'm saying? Take your whole shit and twist it up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you giving a birth for a new way to associate yourself. And you might have to even tell a motherfucker, yo, chill, bro. I didn't even mean it like that. In some way, shape, or form. Now, this is an example. This ain't the situation that might happen, but this is the example. Okay, but yeah, so you're gonna be desiring to associate yourself amongst others. So you're gonna want to be amongst others and shit like that, or like that. Just watch what you say, watch what you communicate. You know what I'm saying? Because you might say some shit you might not mean, just for you wanting to be secure around others. Shout out for Radical Knight for joining Esoteric. 12th house, last but not least. Shout out to all the motherfucking Virgos in the 12th house. If you got Virgo in the motherfucking 12th house, in this situation, okay, you're going to be birthed a new way to make your dreams make sense. Okay, you're going to be birthed in a new way to make your dreams make sense. All right, so Virgo's opposite Pisces here. All right, but Mars being in Virgo is going to force you to go through experiences where you learn maybe how you going about your dreams don't make sense. All right, and so that could discourage you. You know what I'm saying? That could discourage you, but you're going to feel like you in opposite energies when it comes to your dreams and imaginations and shit like that. And then you got all this other shit opposite your 12th house right now and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? You could feel faithless and hopeless and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, shit, get your ass up off the floor and do something and shit like that. And then you get in that energy and start motherfucking just start experiencing your shit, your dreams and your imagination. Add a little bit more passion, add a little bit more passion, and be like, no, this shit don't work, even if it don't make sense and shit like that. So Virgo is making sense, and 12th house, Virgo 6th house making sense. Opposite 12th house not making sense. Virgo making sense. Opposite 12th house not making sense. And shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be forced to find a way to find new ways to make your motherfucking dreams work. You know what I'm saying? Your creativity and your connections work and shit like that. But it might feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's taking a toll on you. So yeah, shout out to everybody for joining the Esoteric Huddle. Shout out to Moselle. Shout out to Real Shamari. Shout out to Brittany Rose and this motherfucker. And yeah, we going to catch back up. And let me see. Do I have anything else to say? I don't, but look, shit, I appreciate y'all for coming out, bro, because I've been in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? I've been in this bitch, you know what I'm saying, with these energies, sitting with these energies for a couple days. I've been trying to do this one for a minute and shit like that. But like I said, I don't have access to the Virgo. I got Jupiter in Virgo, so I had to, you know what I'm saying, experience it a little bit. And then when I, you know what I'm saying, when I was done with that, then I can hop back on the energies and be like, okay, I'm in a space where everything kind of makes sense a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, my sun and moon in Aquarius, so my initial reaction and action is not towards no Virgo shit. That's like some misunderstanding shit for me. But yeah, we gonna get up. Thank you for joining the Esoteric Huddle. I'm Kale's motherfucking Cito. Get your ass in the motherfucking games.